And that one? Cool. Okay, so now we're on actually testing your strength level using the skill tree, so the skill swirl. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to break down what these are, so the different movement planes of calisthenics and bodyweight training, and then we're going to go through what this skill tree actually means, why it's useful, why it's in this weird shape, and what that actually means for you and your bodyweight training journey. So, number one, if you look at these different planes of movement, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planes of movement. This actually looks at all of the movements that you can do in bodyweight training. So, for example, front pulling is anything in front of you that you're pulling towards you. Think of a row. Think of a front lever, right? Think of a skin the cat. Think of these different movements, okay? Vertical pull is anything overhead that you're pulling. So that ranges from doing a dead hang all the way to a pull-up, all the way to a one-arm pull-up, okay? Then we've got down pushing. That is dips, eventually muscle-ups, eventually maybe L-sits, those different movements. Vertical pushing is anything pushing overhead. Think handstands, pike push-ups, crow. Front push is anything in front of you that I'm pushing away. Obviously think push-ups, but also think planche, right? Then you've got core, which could be doing your first hollow hold, all the way to doing your L-sits, V-sits, dragon flags, mana eventually, and then legs, which is all the way from doing a box squat, all the way over to doing pistol squats, dragon squats, etc. Now, how does the skill tree work? This over here is starting out, okay? This is the Olympics, right? So if we go through this, right, you'll see, let's say for example, we take front pushing as an example. We start off with box push-ups, right? We then move on to, say, knee push-ups. So for example, we go from here and we're doing knee push-ups, right? Then we move on to doing a push-up hold. So maybe I can come down and I can hold here. The next one along is the full push-up. So maybe that's when I come down and I can come back up. Then we go to maybe doing a diamond push-up, right? So that's when we're in this diamond position and we're coming down, elbows tight, coming up, right? So I'm not going to go through all of them, but as you can see, each movement along the skill tree leads to the next one. So you may have a question. You may be like, Ollie, I really want to get my first pull-up. And you're like, how the hell do I do a pull-up? Well, what comes before a pull-up? Okay, a half pull-up. Well, what is a half pull-up? Let's click on it and let's watch the video together on what a half pull-up is. Right, so I come down, I go, that makes sense, right? So now I can go, well, what comes before that? Note, by the way, how I went through the movements there. You could just click through at the top here and it takes you to the previous ones, right? I can click to the next ones, etc., etc. Now, what I would do if I were you is if you were starting out and you were finding your strength level, I would click on vertical row. If this is the first time you're doing this, you've never done bodyweight training before, this is your first time, click on vertical row. Have a look at the video. Have a look at the bottom left. Can you do that amount of reps? So, vertical row, I look at this lovely man doing these rows, and I go, can I do 10 reps of that movement? Yes, I can. Click unlock in the top right. Just below that, I go to the next one, and I click row. Play the video. Okay, can I do 5 reps of these? I can do 5 reps. Lovely. Let's unlock that in the top right and go to the next one. Let's play the video. Can I do a jump to invert? So can I go upside down like that on the rings? I can. Beautiful. And all I do is I keep progressing along the skill tree and I get to the point where I can no longer do that movement. Great. Okay. Now I go back to the skill tree and I go, I've unlocked that. I've unlocked that. I couldn't do that. I'm working on that movement. Okay. Then I go back to the next line of the skill tree. So now I look at vertical pulling. I zoom in and I go, right, dead hangs. I know that I can do that for 20 seconds. Easy. Yeah? Beautiful. Unlock that. Click on the next one. And you see this kind of point, right? So you go through it, you click the movement, can I unlock it? Go to the next one. If you don't know if you can do it, try it, right? Maybe from home, if you can do it from home, try it. Go to the local park, see if you can do it. This is going to give you such a good understanding of what current strength level you're at, okay? So once I go through that, I'll look at my skill tree, and anything that's in red, right, I know that I'm working on, and that's my next progression. If you have unlocked all of the movements in one of these levels, that's what level you're at, okay? So if I've unlocked everything in white, I am level white. If I've unlocked everything in yellow, I am level yellow, okay? And that is how you can keep progressing your way all along until you get to the Olympics. And if you do, happy days, let me know and I'll get you sponsored on the channel, okay? But that is the breakdown of the skill tree, okay? Now, if you know where you're at and you're more advanced on the skill tree, there's a little feature coming soon that when you click on the page, it will say unlock previous movements, okay? Click that, because what it means is when I actually go into this movement, say a one-legged back lever, and I click unlock, it's actually going to unlock all the movements before that leading up to it. So it will, if I go one leg back lever, which was there, it will unlock all of these movements on that line leading up to it. But that feature is coming soon. Literally, when you go on the page, it will pop up, click unlock previous movements. Now, hopefully that makes sense, right? That is the skill swell. That is how you know your level here at CaliUnity Online for your current skill swell level, okay? From here, you can figure out what movements to do next, what current level I'm at, what my weaknesses are too, and how you can go to the next level in your bodyweight training.